Good morning, everybody. This is a response to Nick's tag video that he uploaded this morning. Your top 5 regrets of books that you sold. Got me thinking immediately of the literally thousands of books that I've blown through over the last 4 decades. I can't really say that I have that many regrets of selling particular books, but a few did spring to mind. Short little list here. The first thing that came to mind was Tales to Astonish number 91. I do still have a copy, but I had a copy that was so beautiful, it haunts me to this day that I got rid of it. Tales to Astonish 91 is my favorite of the entire run. It's got that classic Gil Kane cover of the Hulk and the Abomination kind of doing this, you know. And the copy that I regret selling was a beautiful, razor-sharp, ridiculously glossy thing, and I'm sure it's resting comfortably in a slab now. Probably with something like a 9.6 grade on it. It was just amazing, and it had snow white pages. That's one that definitely haunts me. I'd love to have that back. Batman 251. Yeah, I had a few of those pass through my hands over the years. But I recently sold, just 6 or 8 months ago, my off-the-rack copy that my dad brought home for me, and one of those sealed 3-packs. I don't recall the other 2 books that were in the pack. Shannon and I were just talking on the phone about this the other day. And the thing was beat to hell. Really, I had it on my unbagged reader stack for, the last 20-25 years or so. It was one of those books that I just read or flipped through anyway 100 times. I'd lent it out to friends and things like that, and I didn't care. You know, it was on the reader stack. You know, I'm not worried about grade or anything for those books. But you know what? The thing, when I sold it the other month, it was it really was beat. It wasn't trash, but it was. I think I sold it as a fair to good. It was intact and, you know, structurally solid. It was just beat. I think I got $55 for the thing. I was, you know, amazed. But it's not so bad living without a copy of Batman 251 or a copy of any book for that matter. But just, simply for the sentimental value, I'm kicking myself in the ass for getting rid of that. Strange Tales 107. Classic Jack Kirby cover, the Submariner Human Torch. Had 2 real nice mid-graders of that pass through my hands. They were finish, both of them. And you know me, I always chose the best centering and all that. And that's not the easiest book in the world to find nicely centered. Still kicking myself in the butt for that because there's a part of me that wants to acquire that book again. Don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't care to spend that kind of money, you know, for any comic book at this point. I'm not collecting anymore. But, you know, who knows? Never say never, right? Daredevil number 1. I bought a copy from the Comic Buyer's Guide back around I would have to say 84, 85. It was advertised as a fine. It did indeed arrive as a solid, well-graded fine. And I paid $80 for it. That is the most I've ever paid for any comic book in my entire life, by far. Before or since. I never was a person that paid huge amounts of money for my comics. $80, you go, yeah. But to me, and the way that I collected, that was a huge amount of money. And so that's the champ as far as what I've ever paid for a comic book. $80. I don't think I've ever paid any more than $50 for anything else. But anyway, I sold that Daredevil #1 back in the 90s at a local con, and I think I got 120, 140, something like that for it. I regret that. Not because it's, a really valuable book or anything like that. I just liked it as it's Daredevil #1. I don't care if it's worth $10,000 or $1. I love the book, and I wish I would have kept it. I'm tempted to say my Neal Adams X-Men run, particularly number 56 and 57, but even more regrettable than that is my Silver Surfer run, number 1 through 18, particularly number 1, 3, and 4. And of those 3, I would have to say number 4 is the one that I regret the most selling. It was my favorite of the run. I think I had 3 copies pass through my hands over the years in varying grades. And I remember my thrill and joy at getting my hands on my first copy. And there's no way I'm going to go out and spend that kind of money for, to get the book back now. But, again, never say never, right? But Silver Surfer number 4, yeah, that will round out my top 5-ish. But yeah, we'll call that the top 5. Silver Surfer number 4, that beautiful near mint Tales to Astonish 91, my off the rack copy of Batman 251, Strange Tales 107, and my Daredevil #1. Those are my top 5 regrets. Great topic for a tag, Nick. Thanks, buddy, for putting that up. Really got the wheels turning immediately. I'm going to be watching the responses to this with great interest. So, good one, man. Can't wait to see everyone else's responses. So I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.